This is a recorded Golden Valley Speaks presentation for the regular Golden Valley Planning Commission meeting of October 24th, 2022. Agenda item number 5 is consideration of a conditional use permit to allow for automobile sales and service at 650 Ottawa Avenue North. If approved, the existing manufacturing building would be demolished and a new 50,000 square foot structure would be constructed. The site is located in the eastern portion of the city, north of Olson Memorial Highway and south of Sweeney Lake in a small residential neighborhood. An aerial view shows that the property sits between Shopper Park to the west and the Room and Board campus to the east. The Union Pacific Railroad tracks run just to the north of the site. 650 Ottawa is approximately 4.5 acres, and the existing one-story building was constructed in 1960. It is currently owned and operated by States Manufacturing Corporation. The site is primarily flat, but there is a steep rise of over 20 feet at the back of the property towards the Room and Board campus. The proposal is to demolish the existing building and to construct a new 50,000 square foot structure to house electric vehicle sales and service. Access would be partially reworked to align the south driveway with Shopper Road. This would reduce potential turning conflicts and improve safety. 242 parking spaces would be created for employees, customers, and inventory, and the lots would be located both to the north and to the south of the building. Electric charging stations would be constructed along the north side of the building, as well as enclosures for tires and trash. The primary entrance to the showroom would be to the south, with overhead doors providing access for vehicle service. A retaining wall would be constructed along the east property line, and stormwater would be managed through a vault under the north parking lot. Staff reviewed various aspects of the proposal. In terms of land use and zoning, the proposed building and parking setbacks are consistent with city requirements. At 30 feet to the top of the flat roof, the proposed height would be below the maximum allowed of 45 feet. Most of the architectural requirements appear to be satisfied, though revisions to the elevations are needed to meet the minimum Class 1 material requirements. Based on the square footage of the display areas, 40 of the parking spaces must be set aside for employee and customer use. These must be clearly signed and designated. A minimum of 4 public bicycle parking spaces must be provided, and a few minor adjustments to the lighting plan are needed, including proof of curfew settings to reduce outdoor lighting levels overnight. A major component of the conditional use review was a traffic study that was conducted to evaluate the expected additional trips generated by the new auto use. Primary concerns centered on the Shopper Road and Olson Memorial Highway intersection, where eastbound left turn traffic occasionally backs up now. The study noted that over time, with the addition of the auto sales use and with future growth in the area, this congestion would likely become worse and could interfere with the flow of the travel lane on Highway 55. One solution could be to adjust the timing of the left turn signal. Given MnDOT's focus on east-west traffic, this is unlikely to occur. Another solution would be to increase the length of the left turn lane. MnDOT will be evaluating intersection safety along this stretch of road in anticipation of their 2025 mill and overlay. It is possible this improvement could be incorporated into their project. If not, the cost of addressing any future problem would need to be covered by assessing all contributing properties. Engineering staff reviewed the proposal and noted a range of additional information needed in order to fully evaluate soils, floodplain, grading, and other site features. These items will be handled through the usual permitting processes. Fire staff asked that the applicant continue to work with them in order to address any questions or concerns related to electric batteries that may be present on site. The review of a conditional use must focus on the characteristics, quote, which must have an unusual impact upon surrounding properties or which might otherwise adversely affect the future development of the city or the general public health, welfare, or safety of the property or residents therein. Therefore, staff recommendations for the conditional use permit are limited to those items deemed to have potential impacts on the surrounding area. City Code lists 11 factors of evaluation covering concerns such as consistency with the comp plan, effects on property values, impacts on traffic and congestion, increases in population and density, and other potential issues such as noise, odors, etc. Staff noted 3 areas that require specific attention: parking, outdoor lighting, and battery storage. These items have been included as conditions of approval. Based on the findings, staff is recommending approval of conditional use permit number 174, allowing for automobile sales at 650 Ottawa Avenue North, subject to 3 conditions. 1. Required parking for employees and customers shall be clearly designated and marked to distinguish it from parking spaces for display and inventory. 2. The applicants must continue to work with fire staff as plans are finalized to ensure any questions or concerns regarding the use and storage of electric vehicle batteries are adequately addressed. And 3. The applicant shall provide proof of outdoor lighting controls that extinguish or reduce the levels during the required curfew hours. Anyone interested in asking a question or providing public comment on this request can do so by filling out the online form at the bottom of this page, or by calling the phone number listed and leaving a voicemail. All comments that are consistent with the comment policy will be shared with the Planning Commission in advance of the live public hearing.